it's me, Lena, and I decided to come in today with the TMI tag. And I'm sitting a little far back today because I have my computer open in front of me with all the questions on it because it's like 40 questions and there's no way that I can remember all that on my own. So this is probably going to be a long video, so let's just get started. First question, what are you wearing? I don't know what the name of any of this is, but just like a pink 3/4 sleeve shirt that was donated to me and a pair of jeans from Walmart, and I'm actually barefoot, so I'm not wearing any shoes right now. Number 2, have you ever been in love? Well, I'm married, so I hope so. Yes, I've been in love before. Have you ever had a terrible breakup? Yes, unfortunately I have, and it sucked, and hopefully I never have to go through another one because I only intend to be married once. How tall are you? I am 5'6". How much do you weigh? No, I'm not putting that out there. That's too TMI for me. Sorry. Any tattoos? No, but I got my necklace back, by the way. The tattoo that I always wanted to get, that because I am afraid of needles, I decided to get made into a necklace form. I used to have it in white, but it went up with my house, so the friend of mine who made it for me again. But I used to want to get this tattooed on me. It is my husband's first initial and last name, and my last name too, and with symbols from the periodic table on it. He's a chemist, that's why it's that's why it's periodic table symbols. I used to want to get that tattooed either on the back of my neck or on my back, but I'm afraid of needles, and any kind of job where I would end up having to work with the public, I would have to cover it up if it was like on the back of my neck. So we decided that this was better. And also, it's usually relationship bad luck to get your significant other's name tattooed on you. Anyways, any piercings? Just my ears. I used to have a second hole in one of my ears, but it grew in. OTP. Probably from the Marvel Universe, it would be Darcy and Loki, whom I know have never actually shared screen time, but who cares? When it comes to your OTP, it doesn't necessarily have to make sense. Favorite show? Most of them have been canceled for years. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel. I do watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but there are definitely some improvements that could be made. Favorite bands? Oh my god, I don't even know. Currently, probably something like 30 Seconds to Mars, or something along those lines. I don't know. I should unprivatize my favorites because it's all the music that I listen to. So if you're really curious about it, I will go and unprivate it and put it up so that you can just go see what I listen to. What is something that you miss? Sorry. Other than the obvious answer of my mother Frenchin' house. I actually really miss being in college because I really enjoyed reading and learning stuff. I hated writing papers, and I was a history major, so I wrote it all the time, but I really do miss being in college, actually. I would love to go back at some point, but I just don't really have the money currently. How old are you? I am 28. I just turned 28 on December the 14th. What is your zodiac sign? I'm a Sagittarius. What are the qualities you look for in a partner? As far as personality is concerned, I really like someone that can make me laugh. Favorite quotes? I don't know who said this, but life is what happens when you're making other plans. It's the epitome of my life, obviously. Favorite actor? Probably Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Hiddleston. Favorite color? Hunter green. Loud music or soft? Loud. I'd play stuff at the top volume. Where do you go when you're sad? My bed, which is in that direction. I usually grab Mo, who is usually with me all the time anyway, and make a cave of covers and stay under there. I might have my phone with me to watch videos, but that's what I do. How long does it take you to shower? I'm sorry, I'm reading and I'm stumbling over things a little bit. If it's just a basic shower, and I do shave every time, so I know a lot of people, like, at least in the winter, don't shave every time, but I do. It's just, I can't stand to have hairy legs. but it takes me about 15 minutes. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? Well, it depends on how I'm getting ready. If I'm just throwing clothes on and going out the door, like 5 minutes. But that almost never happens. If I'm just washing my face and putting on makeup and probably pulling my hair up in a ponytail of some sort, it takes like 30 to 45 minutes. I'm really fussy about my eye makeup usually. If I have to shower on top of that, it can be an hour and a half to 2 hours depending on if I have to blow dry my hair. So I take a while. Have you ever been in a physical fight? Unfortunately, yes. I was... God, I don't say alcoholic because I was like 16, but I was kind of a heavy drinker in high school. So... And I've gotten into a few fights at a few parties. It's kind of embarrassing. I actually have scars on my knuckles. I don't know how well you can see them from putting my hand in a wall. I'm much better now, though. I was actually diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and that was part of it, was fighting with people. So I was a kind of a shithead in high school. What are your turn-ons? Physical, I like blue eyes, and as far as mental is concerned, I like a good sense of humor, and I like someone who likes to learn. You don't, and it's not necessarily an education thing, but as long as you like to learn, you're awesome in my book. Your turn-offs, so willful ignorance. And I know I have my freak out sometimes where it's like, I used to scream that planes are powered by witchcraft because I couldn't understand how they work. And nobody could explain it to me. I couldn't get it. I now finally understand how planes work, although I'm still painfully terrified of flying in one. But I try to not be willfully ignorant anymore, and I don't really like it in other people either. What is the reason you joined YouTube? I liked to watch people, and I thought it looked fun, so I started. It's as simple as that. What are your fears? Well, as I just mentioned, I have an extreme phobia of flying. I've never been on a plane. I will probably have to get on a plane this summer to go to a friend of mine's wedding in Pennsylvania, and I'm both looking forward to it and I'm really terrified. I also have an extreme phobia of snakes, and I live in Louisiana, so that's just great. What is the last thing that made you cry? I mentioned that I have bipolar disorder. I cry all the time. I'm even on proper medication, and I still cry all the time. Last time I cried was yesterday, and another fear that has actually developed lately is I'm afraid to sleep at night. I don't like nobody being awake in the house, so I was crying because I was freaking exhausted, and my cat had actually chewed through the wiring of the new Nintendo Wii yesterday, and being exhausted on top of that just made me cry. It's not hard to make me cry, but I think that was a good situation to cry in because, like I said, I was already exhausted on top of it. When is the last time you said you loved someone? I say I love you to my dog and my husband all the time, because this was even before the fire, and if every time I leave the room I say I love you, because I don't know when I'm going to see them again. What is the meaning behind your YouTube name? Lena is not my real name, for one. It is my internet handle. It's what I've gone by for years. I just picked it because it sounded pretty. In case you're curious, my real name is Jessica. I don't purposely not use it, but in case I do wind up, for years I've wanted to be a teacher. Just in case I do become a teacher, I don't want my full name attached to an internet persona, necessarily. But, if this gets off the ground and I become super famous for this, I don't expect it to happen. That's not what I'm doing this for, but if something like that happened, well, then I wouldn't care if my real name was out there anyway. But that's what my internet handle is, just what I've used for years. It's attached to my Gmail account. It's attached to my Instagram account. My Twitter is actually a different name, but it doesn't really matter. What is the last book you read? I can't remember the name of it. I just got a Kindle. Actually, I just re-got my Kindle, and I've been reading books off of it. I usually just grab the free books, so I can usually find something interesting enough. I read a lot of history books that are free on there, too. The last person you talked... No, wait. I skipped on. What is the last show that you watched? I watched an episode of Chopped from the Food Network earlier. The last person you talked to? My husband, because I was watching it with him. What is the relationship between you and the person you last texted? I last texted one of my role-playing partners online. So, she's a friend. What is your favorite food? Probably pizza. What place do you want to visit? I would love to visit England, and as far as the United States, I would love to visit Boston, because my best friend lives there. Do you have a crush? Well, other than my husband, I do have a big crush, celebrity crush, on my two mentioned actors earlier. I would love to meet them both, and hopefully not make a complete ass of myself in the process. The last time you kissed somebody, my husband, probably sometime today, after he got home from work. The last time you were insulted, seriously insulted, probably somebody on YouTube or the internet, and I don't pay attention to that. But me and my husband insult each other all the time. It's both of our personalities just kind of do that, but we never mean it. What is your favorite flavor of sweet? Is it cliche to say chocolate? Because it is. I like peanut butter and chocolate together, though, so if that gives you a little more of an idea. And I like chocolate-covered cherries. I love those. What instruments do you play? I do know how to play the saxophone from band in school, and I know how to play the guitar and a little bit of the harmonica. And in high school, I was taught to write for the piano, but I cannot play it, because I took music theory classes, and that was a part of it. I haven't actually played any of them in quite a while. Like, my guitar actually burned up at my house, so I can't play it now. But that is what I know how to play. What is your favorite piece of jewelry? This. And my wedding, and I'll put them up front. This is my wedding ring. This is my engagement ring that my husband gave me in high school that I happened to have on that night. And this is my grandmother's Mother's Day ring. It has the birthstones of all 7 of her children on it. And I wear them all the time. I only take them off the shower, and sometimes I forget to put them back on, and I thank God that I did not shower the day of the fire. You might think that sounds gross, but that probably saved my ring, so I do not care. Because I do not necessarily shower every single freaking day. What is the last sport you played? None. I don't play sports. I have never played sports. If I am running, then a tiger is probably chasing me. That's just who I am. Do I look like I play sports? Does my big ass look like it plays a lot of sports? No, I don't. Not my thing. But your thing, more power to you. Not mine. What is the last song you sang? Something on the radio. And whenever I'm in the car and I have the radio blaring, I'm singing along to it. I know I've been singing Linkin Park songs lately because Watch Mojo did a top 10 Linkin Park songs, and you can add Linkin Park to one of my favorite bands because I really like them as well. What is your favorite chat-up line? I've never used the chat-up line in my life. My husband had a great one when he met me, though. Hi, my name is Brian. Can I put my head in your lap? It worked because we were watching a movie and I let him lay his head on my thigh. So that's my favorite. That's my favorite chat-up line. Hi, my name is blah. Can I put my head in your lap? I have never used it, but my husband used it on me, and apparently it worked. Because I don't have much of a personal bubble. I hug people all the time. I touch people all the time. So he lucked up that didn't freak me out. When was the last time you hung out with somebody? Other than my husband and my immediate in-law family and my family, the last person I hung out with was today. I hung out with somebody that I used to work with for about half an hour because I stopped by my old place to ask about my W-2, and we hung out and chatted for a while. And lastly, who should answer these questions next? Well, anybody that watches this, I think, should totally answer it. But as far as people to tag, my sister occasionally makes videos. I would love to see her answers. She's Dana Marie, some numbers behind it. I will link her below. I would love to see the Blushed Beauty answer these. I would love to see Cassie from Thriftic answer these. Although I don't think she does too many tags when they're popular. But I would love to see you answer these, Cassie, if you happen by my video, because I love her and I watch her all the time. I don't know. Everybody should answer these. I think they're fun. Anyways, that is all for now. I will see you later. Bye, YouTube.